Yo guys, what is going on? I got a fully loaded video for you today. I'm gonna be honest, I got a fully loaded video for you today. We've got at least 3 legendaries, guys. At least 3 legendaries that we're gonna get in today's video. And where do we begin? Where do we begin? Okay, my cars. Oh, alright. Held cars, ready? 3, 2, 1. Yeah. As you can see, there's 10 hours left on the clock. So I woke up, woke up 14 hours ago. There you go. Woke up today about 10:30, something like that, or 11 maybe. I don't know. Why I woke up today? There was a Filberto's collection event that ended. I got a ceramic pack, not even a carbon fiber. We got an Audi R8. This was not a crash pack, so I did actually open it the real way. Counting to 5, but like, as usual, I kind of just skipped through the pack. I wasn't expecting anything. I just tap, 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 tap. I was groggy. I was like half asleep, just waking up, and I was like, oh, bro, I'm a legend. It's a Sunday morning, and I wasn't working today, so it was a nice slow morning, and we got ourselves an Audi R8 V10 Spider, which is great actually, because this was the perfect timing. Honestly, perfect timing, because now that we have that car in our garage, I can go win the Charger Daytona, because I was legit one car away from winning that Charger Daytona, and now that we got that perfect pull, we did it. And I'm great, because I had a conversation in my Discord server of Chickens, and Chickens was deciding or not whether he should upgrade his Roberto's collection 4-wheel drive cars. So Chickens and we both own this Porsche 911 Turbo, and he was asking like, oh, if I should go upgrade this and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I mean, like, whatever you want to do. I wouldn't do it, and that's what I told him. But he maxes anyway, which is completely fine. But I told him, no, I was not going to do it. I don't want to max it because I want to sell it for, that 2,000, that tasty, 275,000, right? And then I think it was maybe British Porsche. I think British Porsche, shout out to both of you guys, by the way. I think he joined in the conversation. He was like, yeah, Blossom, but like, you're losing out on 200K by maxing this car and not being able to sell it, but you get a Charger, a legendary Daytona. Then I was like, you know what? If the challenge ended tomorrow, then yeah, I'll go max a 911. But I still have a couple of days, and I'm glad I waited. I'm really, really glad I waited, because now we can actually. This is not the correct event that we're in, by the way, because now we can actually go get that Charger, and I don't even need to I don't even need to max the 911. Don't get me wrong, I love the 996. The 996 is my favorite generation of 911. It's not the point of me maxing the 911. It's the fact that it used to be a legendary, and I want to pull another one of that 996 911 Turbo so I can sell the legendary version, this one right here, for that extra amount of cash. So now that we pulled that Audi R8 V10, we don't need to worry about anything anymore. This is genuinely the perfect pull. There are a lot of great slick tire cars that you can get from this pack from Filberto's collection, but they're completely useless on this final level, which I know has enraged a lot of players, because I've seen a lot of people saying like, oh my god, like, this is one of the best cars in the game, blah blah blah, and I can't even use it for the final level. Look guys, are we surprised? We know why Hutch did this. We did. I myself included, and I don't know why I put a stick tire car. Why did I put the SR10? Oh man, I myself included. I'm very guilty of saying that these 4-wheel drive cars are completely useless, and you know what? They're making a change to that, and I can see that. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is still a car that draws, doesn't it? Is it the? Yeah. Maybe that? Yeah, okay, we have to win that now. That Audi R810, but yeah, I mean, I am part of the blame. I have said that all these 4-wheel drive cars are useless, because they are, and this is kind of like Hutch's move in telling us, hey, look, they're not that useless, we're forcing you to use it right now. Again, when you're being forced to use something, it just doesn't hit the same. They are useful, they are more useful now, I get it, but like, it just doesn't hit the same when you're forced to use something. But anyway, racing objectives. Okay, that's done. Look at all of this, by the way. We've got Asia Pacific Revival. I've got like 4 packs. Almost five packs for us to redeem. Then we have the legendary pack here, and then we've got the legendary Dodge Charger Daytona. I would have loved to have 3 legendaries in the holding pool. I couldn't do that, unfortunately, mainly because, I mean, guys, I needed that Audi R10 to finish this part. But here we go, another legendary. Should we do it now? Yeah, let's do it now. Hey! Charger Daytona SRT. What a shame to the name of the Charger, eh? But I get the pun. The pun makes sense. Charger, electric car. All right, Filberto's, you're done. We're moving on to, I think it's Harriet collection. I think she's the next one, right? Harriet, I think it was. Anyway, next thing I want to talk about is Asia Pacific Revival Trials. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I finally freaking finished the K to Success that was the hardest challenge. After I finished K to Success, I sped through the challenge. I'm not even joking. I spent the last, you can ask Giselle because she was next to me the entire time, okay? I think I spent like an hour, a little over an hour, doing every other challenge that I couldn't do. I did over 100 challenges, 100 levels, and I spent, I kid you not, 1,200 gold. I spent 1,200 gold, maybe even more than that, maybe 1,005, right? 5 challenges, right? So 300 gold per challenge, or 5. So I spent 1,500 gold on skipping every single level, so I could get to this point right now and finish off the entire challenge. I can tell you right now, I don't know how long I was stuck on K to Success. I started counting about a week ago. I remember there were 21 days on the clock, but I'm pretty sure before that I was already stuck on K to Success. And you know, I want to go through this before we go through the final level. Okay, before we go through the final level, which is right, which one is it? Yeah, it's round 20. So before we go through this one, I want to talk about the entire trials, okay? So we went through 20 levels. This is kind of like a review, a very short review, okay? I don't think I'll be making a big video about this. I want to make a video about this now because I just did 100 levels on the trials. I skipped everything, right? I used gold to buy tickets for everything, so everything was still fresh in the mind, and I know exactly what I used, what I didn't use, what was useful, what wasn't useful, okay? So when it comes to the trials, I think Hudge did a really good job in focusing on variety and diversifying a great pool of usagers, you know, just a great usage of cars on this update that were around super rare and below. Okay, so for example, for the commons, I saw myself using a lot of these cars at least once. A lot of these cars I needed to upgrade for the challenge. For example, the Suzuki also works. I needed to upgrade 2 because they were very useful. I remember for the common challenges, there was a huge emphasis on performance tire cars. So for example, I've got 3 of the freaking Skyline GTS 25s, for example. So yeah, they were there. And then obviously, like for the uncommons, a lot of these cars got a lot of use as well. The Mitsuokas, they kind of stood out. Mitsuokas I used a lot. I used the Concept Kazashi a lot. What else is fresh in the mind over here? I used the Spacia Gear Hybrid. This thing was winning a lot of races as well because I think it's very lightweight, 4-wheel drive, standard tires, right? Yeah, very, very lightweight. So that was good in many circumstances to save a lot of RQ. Cappuccino was good. Long range was good. The Del Sol C was also very, very good. Rares, again, this thing still freaking wish listed. Never pulled this from Filberto's or whatever. I almost dropped an F-bomb. I hate that car. I never pulled it. I needed a second one. I never pulled a second one. So you might be thinking, Blossom, how did you pull off the K-Works, the K to Success? I pulled a Suzuki SX4 Sportback. So that was very, very useful for me. I wanted 2 of these ideally, or 3 of these. I never pulled it. I only had 1. So I had the SX4, which is great. And then I also pulled another one, a very, very, very clutch car in the Suzuki Vitara. The Grand Vitara helped me on that Suzuki challenge as well. So those were great. This was pretty useless for the Suzuki challenge, the K to Success. I mean, it's not a K car, so I guess. But the Vitara, the Grand Vitara was just enough. Anyway, for the couple of levels, what were some of the most useful cars? Starting with the super rares, the cars that I used time and time again. The Orochi Kabuto was pretty useful. 46 races, 91% win ratio. Compared to like the Honda E Niwan, for example, whatever you want to call that. 21 races, right? So this is double the races. So we got a lot of usage of that. Hyundai Grandeur didn't get a lot of races as well. Yeah, 1 race. So the proof is in the pudding. The cars that I use a lot in the challenge, you're going to see them with more races. This one had a decent amount of races, 52. Obviously not all 52 were in the challenge, but I did remember using the Hyundai Tucson a lot. So that was a useful car. So if you've not finished or you're just starting out APR trials because you still have 2 more weeks, I'm going to let you know now which were the cars that really, you know, came back again and again. Nissan Titan was very useful. I'm really glad I went drag spec on this thing because this drag spec was very useful. 15 races, and I'm pretty sure I used it all in the trial. So there were at least 15 levels where I used the Nissan Titan, right? The Mitsuoka Galoo was pretty useful as well. Oh, this one was incredible. The Hyundai Ioniq Concept 7. I mean, we talked about this in overpowered and overrated. This thing was, I use it on, I feel like almost every level. 57 races, 100% win ratio. I mean, that just basically tells you that I didn't use it in anything besides a challenge because it's never lost a race. Fantastic. The drag spec version, I used a little bit as well. But yeah, the Hyundai Ioniq Concept 7 was so good. That is a car that I would gladly, endorse. The Suzuki Concept S was a little bit disappointing. Not because it's a bad car, I just didn't use it as much as I thought I would have. Polestar was good. Datsun Sunny was good. Had a fair share of usage over there. When it came to the ultra rares, Murano barely got any use. Probably 1-2 races. It says 21 here, but when it came to the actual challenges, I think 1-2 races, not a lot. Armada didn't see a lot of races as well. 27. But then again, not a lot. 27, yes, but I didn't use 27 in the challenge. That was probably just from a different event. I didn't use those a lot. Okay, Fairlady ZS Tune got a lot of use. This was a very useful car. 58 races, 93% win ratio. Yeah, I did use that a lot in the challenge, so that was pretty good. I used the Sonata a couple of times to save RQ, but there were better options. I didn't use the Ultima as much as I thought I was going to. It was used in a couple of levels, but this one, the 53 races that you see here, mainly front-wheel drive clubs. That was about it. Saurus Jr. was good, but it wasn't like a car that you needed for every single level. Good. There were many levels where if you didn't have a Saurus Jr., it's fine. You can use a Super Rare anyway. Prince was decent when it came to the drag stuff. 78 races is pretty high, one of the highest that we've seen for these APR cars. Nissan Z was pretty good. The mid 4 was very disappointing. I barely used my mid 4 for any APR trials. Same thing for the Suzuki EVX, never used it. I don't think I used it. Okay, maybe for the Suzuki challenges, maybe, but I barely used the Suzuki EVX. I didn't use this once. The Civic Type R, pretty sure there's 0 races. 0 races. So guys, I did the end. I know a lot of you guys have this car fully upgraded, right? I don't have it fully upgraded yet. It's probably my next ultra rare project, but it is possible. I went through the entire APR trials without using the Civic Type R once. I never used the Aria Nismo. Honestly, when it came to the Epics, guys, Epics were not needed for this. As far as I remember, all the final levels I did, I think I used my Z Nismo a couple of times. Just a couple of times, 83 races in total. The Mitsuoka Buddy was completely useless. Honestly, I'm so pissed that I upgraded this. I'm so pissed that I maxed this. It was useless. Just freaking use. I might have used it for 1-2 races in the challenge. I might have used it for 1-2 races in the challenge, but honestly, this thing was terrible. You can get through the entire APR trials without needing a Mitsuoka Buddy. No, it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. I mean, I regret maxing it. It was not useful in any tri-series. It was not useful in the trials. Whenever you needed to use an all-surface and off-road tire car, you didn't even need to use the Buddy. You could just use the Murano. What was the car I used a lot? Yeah, the Pathfinder Rock Creek I used a couple of times as well. How many times? 27, but 100% win ratio. So that's a strong indication that every race I've used this on has just been the challenge because they don't lose. And obviously I'm using Top Drive's records to speed me through it. Yeah, dude, honestly, what was it? The Mitsuoka Buddy was completely useless. I got 3 of the Hyundai Santa Fe's. Didn't need any of them. The X-Trail I used once on an Ocean Beach slalom. That was it. A dry Ocean Beach slalom. And then I used the Hyundai Ioniq a couple of times just because, you know what? I pulled myself a Legendary. I want to use it. I want that to have some use. I never used a Skyline GTR. Honestly, I didn't use any epics. I didn't need to use any epics at all. This is a pretty fun challenge for you. I mean, it's not fun, especially if you're stuck on K to success. But what I'm saying is that the bar is not very high. You can beat APR trials with just a couple of ultra rares, a couple of super rares, and everything below. It's not a very I've seen a lot of pay to win stuff. You look at a tri-series, for example, you need max legends nowadays or upgraded legends. You don't need a single legend to pass any level in the APR trials. I want to say that you don't even need an epic to pass a level in the APR trials. I'm sure people are using their epics because they have them, but you really don't need to use them. Ultra rares and below is really all you need, even on the final chapter. Oh man, I mean, hey, it's good though, right? I would genuinely say it's the APR trials is very free to play friendly. And if you are mad at that statement, you need to get yourself checked, honestly, because it is. I know that K to success is not fun. It wasn't fun for me. I even sold an epic so I could use the proceeds from selling that epic. That was used. It was a Hyundai Passacorto, by the way, which is an epic that they gave out in the APGP trials. But anyway, I sold that so I could open Filberto's aluminums and APR aluminums for a chance at getting, you know, one of the Suzukis I needed, right? So that wasn't fun. That wasn't fun. But you can't deny that it's more free to play fair, right? Instead of a tri-series where people are fighting for a legend, you know, and only a legend can get you past a single level, here you're just trying to look for a rare to get you past a level. It might be hard to get the rare, I get that, but it's possible for everyone. So yes, I understand that there are some challenges here that were really infuriating, but at the end of the day, I felt like I was challenged, and it's also pretty friendly for the free-to-play player base. So it might be a hot take, but I thought that the APR trials was done pretty well. Anyway, we got 6 packs to open, right? We've got 3 premiums, another carbon fiber, a guaranteed epic pack, and a guaranteed legendary pack. I want to make sure I'm recording. I want to make sure I'm recording for this. This is something that I don't want to pass up. Volkswagen Polo, that's on my wish list. Why is it Filberto's? Probably Filberto's. I mean, Filberto's is done. We've done it. We don't need any more Filberto, bro. Here's another one, Paragon tickets. Again, don't get your hopes up. Paragon tickets probably going to be completely useless. Don't get your hopes up. That was a new uncommon. Never unpacked that one before. Oh, Sentra. I don't think I've ever unpacked that one before, too. And a Hyundai. Cool. Was that a Hyundai? I think it was. All right, moving on. Another one. Last premium. And then we have a carbon, and then we have an epic pack, guaranteed epic pack, and then we got the legend pack. Yeah, there we go. So here we go. Hyundai Ioniq, that's a good one. Janetta G4 45. Okay, might be a high range. Since this is not APR, the next car has to be APR. I'm gonna say it's the Pulsar. No, it was a Stag. I was close, but both are Q48. All right, carbon fiber. That's up next. Oh, you can click the pack. Okay, I want to double check. Is this? Oh, it's just a 65 to 69. Oh, that's not very good. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna open this before I open the carbon. 65 to 69. No one gives a shit about this one. All right. I mean, what would I want? I have every epic from this already, right? I think I have every epic. I don't think I'm missing a single epic from APR anymore. At least APR Part 2. I have every single one. I don't know. GTR. Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't have this one. Okay, this is probably the only one I didn't have. That's cool. Okay, I'll take that. All right, next one, carbon fiber. Let's go. Asia Pacific Revival carbon fiber. This should be a run-of-the-mill carbon fiber, right? Not a guaranteed ultra thing, right? Should be a regular like 2.5% chance to hit something cool, maybe. Hyundai Grandeur 1.6T. Let's go. Woo! Some Z. 2 epics out of that. All right, and we got one more. The legendary pack. Now, there are only 4 cars you can get from that, right? There are only 4 cars you can get, which is fine, but let's see what we want. Let's see what we want. Non-prize, Asia Pacific Revival, because it's 80 to 89. It's 80 to 89. So you can only get the Bluebird, the Juke R, the Ioniq, and the GTR R35. I gotta say, it's one of those situations, no wrong answer here. I guess the weakest performer is the GTR, but honestly, it's an R35. It's a cool car. I don't mind getting that. If I had to pick a favorite, okay, this is what I would say. This is the most useful car to unpack. Ugly as hell, most useful car to unpack. This is probably the team favorite. Everybody wants, you know, a car with 102 handling with very low 0 to 60. I get that. This is my favorite. So if I could choose one of the 4 of a car that I wanted, I just love these super silhouettes. I think they're freaking sick. And then this is just a cool JDM car. So I don't think there's no loser here. Ideally, I would love a Nissan R382. I think this is probably my most wanted car from APR. I think it really is. I don't know why this is wishlisted, but this is probably my most wanted car, but we can't get that. So we got these 4 chances. Like I said, my favorite would be the Bluebird, but there's no wrong answer. There's no wrong answer here. Let's just celebrate that we're getting a legendary, and let's celebrate that we finished a challenge, and let's celebrate that I finished freaking K to success. That was the hardest one. Let's go. 80 to 89. Asia Pacific Revival guaranteed legendary pack. Let's get it, y'all. Countdown with me. 3, 2, 1. Nissan GTR R35. I'm good with that. Like I said, You know, whatever. I'm chilling. You know, there was no wrong answer there. That's cool. Let's add them all in. You know, 2 epics, 2 legends. That's always good to see. Charger Daytona SRT is in, Sierra's in, Integra in, Nissan in, and the GTR is in. Add and lock. A new legend, I will always happily take that. Collections and tags. Let's check Asia Pacific Revival all cars. I want to check out that epic collection. I think with that Integra, I think I have every single one. Besides that Hyundai, the gray as we call it, right? Yeah, every single one besides the Hyundai Ioniq 5, which is the best one, but you know, whatever. It's chill. I'm happy with the Honda Integra. I think this will be great for Honda clubs, Honda events, stuff like that. So that's really cool. Probably one worth maxing, not like the fucking Mitsuoka Buddy, which is completely useless. It is a bit annoying that I don't have that RQ79. I have like 3 X-Trails, 3 Santa Fe's, 2, I had 3 Arias at one point, fuse it away. 3, 4 Nissan, because it's just a pack one, right? Oh man, I had 3 of the Honda Civics at one point, fuse one away too. Hey, it's chill. We're chill. We're chilling. We're chilling. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today. Hope you enjoyed today's episode, completely loaded. Remember to stay safe, wash your hands, and blossom out. Peace.
Bro, this song just makes me so happy.
Me too.
Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket, looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly. Got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies.
They so fine.
Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket, looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly. Got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies.
They so fine.
Sit back, relax in my Bonneville Pontiac. Hold tight all